Learn English through story. The Forbidden Path. In a small, picturesque village nestled between the rolling hills of the countryside, life was simple and predictable. The villagers followed a routine, rising with the sun, tending to their fields, and gathering at the local tavern in the evening. Among them was a young woman named Clara, known for her vibrant spirit and insatiable curiosity. At 28, Clara worked as a seamstress, weaving beautiful garments that adorned the townsfolk, yet her heart yearned for more than the confines of her village life. Clara had heard tales of a hidden path that led to a breathtaking forest, said to be filled with ancient trees, shimmering streams, and the whispers of forgotten spirits. The villagers spoke of it in hushed tones, warning of its dangers and the enchantments that lay within. They deemed it a forbidden path, a place where the curious would get lost or worse. Despite the warnings, Clara found herself drawn to the idea of adventure, captivated by the mystery that surrounded the forest. One evening, after a long day of stitching and sewing, Clara found herself staring out of her window at the setting sun, the sky ablaze with colors. As the last rays dipped below the horizon, a fire ignited within her. "I must see it for myself," she whispered, a sense of determination washing over her. The following morning, Clara set out before dawn, leaving behind a note for her elderly father, who often worried about her adventures. "I'll be back before you know it," she promised him, tucking the note beneath the edge of her loom. She took a small satchel filled with bread, cheese, and a flask of water, and she made her way toward the edge of the village, her heart racing with anticipation. As she approached the rumored entrance to the Forbidden Path, Clara felt a mix of excitement and trepidation. The air grew cooler, and the trees seemed to close in around her, their branches stretching out like skeletal fingers. She took a deep breath, recalling the stories she had heard about the path's beauty and the enchantment that awaited those brave enough to tread it. With each step, the path wound deeper into the forest, and Clara felt a sense of liberation wash over her. The sun filtered through the leaves, creating dappled patterns on the ground, and the air was fragrant with the scent of moss and wildflowers. She walked for what felt like hours, captivated by the sights and sounds around her, when suddenly she stumbled upon a clearing. In the center of the clearing stood a magnificent tree, its trunk wide and gnarled, with branches that stretched toward the heavens. Clara felt a pull toward it, an inexplicable connection that tugged at her heart. She approached the tree and reached out to touch its rough bark, feeling a surge of energy course through her. "Hello, traveler," a voice echoed through the clearing, sending chills down Clara's spine. Startled, she turned to see a figure emerging from behind the tree, a tall man with silver hair and piercing green eyes. He wore a flowing cloak that shimmered like the leaves overhead. "I am Alaric, guardian of this sacred place. Few dare to venture here, but you have been drawn by a curious heart." Clara's breath caught in her throat. "I didn't mean to trespass, I just wanted to see the beauty of this forest." Alaric smiled gently. "Beauty and danger often walk hand in hand. What you seek lies beyond the surface. Are you prepared for the truth that awaits you?" Clara hesitated, her heart racing. She had heard tales of enchantments and illusions, but her curiosity burned brighter than her fear. "Yes," she said, her voice steady. "I'm ready." "Very well," Alaric replied, extending his hand. "But remember, once you step onto the path of truth, there is no turning back." Clara took his hand, and the moment they touched, a wave of energy surged between them. The world around her transformed, colors shifting and swirling like a painter's palette. The clearing faded away, replaced by a vibrant landscape teeming with life. Flowers bloomed in hues she had never seen, and creatures flitted about, their forms ethereal and enchanting. "Welcome to the realm of whispers," Alaric announced, his voice resonating with authority. "Here, secrets of the heart are unveiled, and desires are laid bare. Clara marveled at the sights around her, but a sense of unease began to creep in. "What do you mean by secrets of the heart?" she asked, her curiosity mingling with apprehension. Alaric gestured to the horizon, where a shimmering lake glimmered like 1,000 diamonds. "Each soul that enters this realm must confront their deepest longings and fears. Are you prepared to face the truths that lie within?" Clara took a deep breath, the weight of his words settling on her shoulders. She had spent so much of her life chasing dreams and ambitions, but had she ever truly examined what her heart desired? She nodded resolutely. "I am ready." As they approached the lake, Clara noticed reflections dancing on the surface. Each ripple revealed fragments of her life via moments of joy, heartbreak, and choices she had made. She felt the warmth of her father's embrace, the laughter of friends, and the sting of rejection from those she had loved. But there, in the depths, she saw something else, yet a vision of herself, standing in the middle of the village, surrounded by her fabric and threads, yet yearning for adventure and connection beyond the seams. "What is this?" she asked, her voice trembling. "This is your heart's truth," Alaric replied. "You have sought beauty in your craft, yet your spirit craves adventure and a deeper understanding of the world. Do you recognize the gap between who you are and who you wish to be?" Claire swallowed hard. "I do. I've been afraid to pursue what I truly want. I've hidden behind my work, thinking it would bring me happiness, but I long for more." "Embrace that longing," Alaric urged. "To walk the forbidden path is to uncover the depths of your soul. Are you willing to let go of your fears and step into your truth?" Tears brimmed in Clara's eyes as she considered his words. She had spent so much time suppressing her dreams, fearing judgment from others. But here, in this magical realm, she felt the courage to confront her desires head on. "I am ready," she declared, her voice stronger now. "I want to embrace my truth, no matter where it leads." With a nod of approval, Alaric gestured to the lake. "Then dive into the depths of your heart. Only by facing your truth can you unlock the potential that lies within." Taking a deep breath, Clara approached the water's edge and plunged into the lake. As she submerged, she was enveloped in a warm, glowing light. The water was alive with energy, swirling around her like a gentle current, and she felt herself being pulled deeper into her own consciousness. Visions swirled before her, dreams of travel, exploration, and a life beyond the village. She saw herself in bustling markets, vibrant cities, and quiet corners of the world, where cultures mingled and stories unfolded. Clara felt exhilarated by the possibilities, yet shadows of doubt flickered at the edges of her vision. "Can I truly leave my life behind?" she wondered. "What about my father, my responsibilities?" "True fulfillment requires sacrifice," a voice echoed in the depths. "But it is in the pursuit of your dreams that you honor the life you have. You are not abandoning your roots, you are nurturing your spirit." Clara's heart raced as she processed the wisdom of the voice. The weight of her fears began to lift, replaced by a surge of determination. She realized that she had the power to shape her own destiny, to weave the fabric of her life in a way that aligned with her true self. With renewed clarity, Clara emerged from the water, gasping for air. Alaric stood by the shore, his expression proud. "You have confronted the truth within yourself. What will you do with this knowledge?" Clara took a moment to gather her thoughts. "I will embrace my passions. I want to travel, to learn from the world, and to weave the stories I encounter into my art. I won't let fear hold me back any longer." "Then you must take the final step," Alaric said, his tone serious. "To walk the forbidden path means embracing change and uncertainty. You will face challenges, and not all will be easy. Are you prepared for the journey ahead?" "I am," Clara replied, her heart pounding with conviction. "I'm ready to forge my own path." Alaric extended his hand once more, and Clara took it. With a swift motion, the world around them began to shift again, colors swirling like a cyclone, until she found herself back at the edge of the forbidden path. The village lay before her, familiar yet transformed. Clara felt a bittersweet ache in her heart, realizing that her journey was only just beginning. She turned to Alaric, who remained at the edge of the forest. "Thank you for guiding me," she said earnestly. "Remember, Clara, the path to fulfillment is not without its trials, but it is also filled with beauty. Trust yourself and the journey ahead. The whispers of your heart will guide you," Alaric replied, his voice resonating with wisdom. With one last look, Clara stepped onto the path that led back to the village, a newfound sense of purpose igniting her spirit. As she walked, the world around her felt more vibrant, the colors brighter, and the air filled with possibilities. When she arrived home, her father greeted her with a worried expression. "I was worried about you," he said, pulling her into a warm embrace. "Where did you go?" "I needed to find something, father," Clara replied, her voice steady. "I've discovered what I truly want in life." Over the following days, Clara poured herself into her work, but this time, it was different. She began crafting garments inspired by the visions she had seen of pieces that told stories of far-off lands and the beauty of adventure. She found herself sketching designs in the margins of her fabric swatches, inspired by the dreams that now filled her heart. As word spread about Clara's unique creations, her work began to attract attention. People from neighboring villages traveled to see her art, captivated by the tales woven into each garment. With each piece she created, Clara felt herself breaking free from the limitations she had placed on herself, and the joy of creating filled her soul. One day, while Clara was working in her shop, a traveler entered, his clothes dusty and worn. He had a rugged charm and eyes that sparkled with stories of his own. "I've heard whispers of your art," he said, his voice warm. "It carries the spirit of adventure." Clara blushed at the compliment. "Thank you. I've found inspiration in the world around me," she replied, her heart fluttering at his presence. As they talked, Clara discovered that he was a storyteller, weaving tales of his journeys through distant lands. They spent hours sharing stories, laughing, and dreaming of adventures yet to come. In him, Clara found a kindred spirit, someone who understood the longing for exploration and connection. Days turned into weeks, and the traveler, named Elias, became a regular visitor to Clara's shop. Together, they explored the village, shared meals, and delved into the depths of their dreams. Clara found herself falling for him, her heart racing whenever he was near. One evening, as they stood on a hill overlooking the village, the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink. Clara turned to Elias, her heart pounding. "I've always wanted to travel, to see the world beyond these hills, but I've been afraid." Elias took her hand, his gaze earnest. "Fear is natural, Clara, but you have the power to overcome it. Together, we can explore the world." "Your dreams are not meant to be faced alone." Clara felt a spark of hope ignite within her. "What if we traveled together?" she asked, her voice trembling with excitement. "We could share our stories and create art inspired by our adventures." A broad smile spread across Elias's face. "I would love that. We could embark on a journey that combines both of our passions." With his words, Clara felt a rush of possibility. The forbidden path she had once hesitated to tread had transformed into a new path of exploration and connection. Together, they could weave a tapestry of stories, artistry, and love. As the days turned into plans, Clara and Elias prepared for their journey. They packed their bags, filled with essentials, as well as Clara's sketches and fabric, ready to create along the way. Her heart swelled with anticipation, knowing she was embracing her dreams and the unknown. On the day of their departure, Clara's father stood at the doorstep, concern etched across his face. "You're leaving so soon? What about your work here?" Clara knelt before him, holding his hands. "Father, I found my truth. I want to embrace life fully, and I can't do that from this village alone. I promise to return with stories and experiences that will enrich our lives." He studied her for a moment, pride and worry clashing in his eyes. "Just promise me you'll be careful." "I will," Clara assured him, tears shimmering in her eyes. "I'll carry your love with me wherever I go." As Clara and Elias set off on their journey, they walked hand in hand, feeling the warmth of adventure surround them. The forbidden path had led her to a place of discovery, not only within herself but also in the connections she had forged. Over the months that followed, Clara and Elias traveled from town to town, exploring vibrant markets, majestic landscapes, and meeting people from all walks of life. Clara's artistry flourished as she drew inspiration from their experiences, creating pieces that told stories of the world they encountered. With each new destination, Clara found herself shedding the fears that had once held her back. She embraced the beauty of uncertainty, learning to navigate the unknown with courage and grace. Their love blossomed amid the backdrop of adventure, deepening as they shared their dreams and aspirations. Yet, as their journey continued, Clara began to feel the pull of home. The village that had once felt stifling now called to her, a reminder of the roots she had nurtured. She and Elias spoke of returning, of sharing the stories they had gathered and the art they had created. One evening, as they sat beneath the canopy of stars, Clara turned to Elias, her heart full. "I've learned so much on this journey. I want to bring what I've discovered back to my father and our village. They deserve to experience the beauty of the world too." Elias nodded, understanding her yearning, "And we can inspire others to chase their dreams, just as you have." With that, they made their way back to Clara's village, excited to share their adventures. Upon their return, the village buzzed with curiosity, the townsfolk eager to hear the tales Clara and Elias had gathered. Clara set up an exhibition, showcasing her art alongside Elias's stories. The townsfolk gathered, captivated by the beauty that unfolded before them. Clara spoke of her journey, the forbidden path that had led her to discover her truth and the joy of embracing life fully. As she shared her experiences, Clara's father watched with pride, his heart swelling as he saw his daughter transform into a force of creativity and inspiration. The village began to embrace change, learning to see beyond their routine and opening their hearts to new possibilities. In the end, Clara realized that the forbidden path had not only led her to adventure but had also unlocked the potential within herself and her community. She had discovered that life was not meant to be confined to the familiar. It was a tapestry woven with threads of experience, connection, and love. As Clara stood before her village, she felt a sense of fulfillment she had never known before. The whispers of her heart had guided her, and now, she was ready to share that wisdom with others. The forbidden path had been the beginning of a beautiful journey, one that would continue to unfold with every step she took. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you enjoyed, then please like and share this video and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.